Everyone in the room. So welcome to the June 2025 Infrastructure Services Committee meeting. So this meeting will be audio recorded, and those in attendance should refrain from making any defamatory statements. There are to be no other recordings of this meeting without prior authorization of the committee. So welcome, councillors. There is apology from Councillor Cloud because of our maternity leave. But the first point would be to appoint a chairperson. About the committee charter here with me, and it doesn't say there is an alternate chairperson to the chairperson in this charter. So what we will do is we'll probably appoint a chairperson for this committee.
Through the chair, I'd like to nominate Councillor Mayor Collison to become our chair for the day. See how it goes.
If he accepts, I'll second it.
Thank
you very much for the confidence.
Thank you, Councillor Paulson.
You. Thank you, councillors. No, it's not a really hard job, and I'm sure we'll make things as possible. Okay, welcome to the meeting. A very cold weekend, and that's winter, I suppose. So, yes, apologies. We've got Councillor Cloud, we've got a mover. Moved Councillor McPhee, second Councillor Ryan. All in favour? Against? Carried. Application for attending meeting by video link is nil.
Nil received.
We've done apologies. Disclosure of interest, nil.
Nil received.
Public participation, nil.
Nil.
Business items, council straight over to page 3, work program infrastructure services. Rag, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chair. I will pass it on to Geraldine.
Thank you, Chair. This report provides information on the construction and maintenance works carried out by the works delivery team in the last reporting period. Briefly, for achieving the revised target on Barrington Tops Forest Road and Hunter Road, Chris will talk more about it in his report. Approaching the end of financial year, I'm proud to mention that the team is on course for completing all the planned maintenance and construction works for this financial year. This report gives you the information on how we are tracking with our maintenance, grading, waste sheeting and waste seal works, along with other curb and gutter works, tree planting, slip work, and post construction and flood remediation works. And yeah, I'm open for any questions on this.
Questions, councillors? No? All we need is a mover. Move councillor McPhee, second councillor Ryan. No other questions, comments? All in favour? Against? Carried. Over to page 14 is the works program infrastructure services, water and sewer. Graham, on the way.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Going through the report, probably the big ticket item is the Scone Murrurundi water quality. We probably wanted to know a bit of an update on that. At this point in time, we've got a daily meeting we have with DQ and New South Wales Health. The results that we're receiving for that dam from the Glenmore Dam are around 7, and they're trending both up and down. So there's no distinct trend to say that we've got a certain time frame we're likely to be out of this process. But at this point in time, it's been elevated up above 5.5 and below about 7.5, which is outside our critical control point of 4. So I don't have any other information other than to say we're monitoring it on a daily basis, and we're having that meeting once a day with New South Wales Health. We were thinking that over the weekend it might have elevated and got up into the 13, 14s because of the action in the dam, but at this point in time, that's not the case. Been in contact with New South Wales Water in regard to the the way the dam performs and how it changes with stability. We did a 12-month gathering of information on depths and temperatures and a range of things, but that really doesn't give us a decent model. They're doing some further turbidity testing tomorrow, which probably gives us a bit better of an idea in about 10 days what the turbidity levels are that we're actually taking our water off at. But again, we don't have a clear picture as to when this will end. Probably our items in the report, Maryville Sewerage, we've got Soil Conservation Services is just finishing up the REF. We hope to start that shortly, and we've engaged Saunders Silverville on the Glenmore Dam pipe discharge project, but that also might be effective if we can get continuous rain, because the discharge in the tunnel is affected by discharge, obviously. And also we have to have the water main out of action. We have to be able to draw from Aberdeen River for that to occur, because we can't work on a live pipe. So at this point in time, we've got about 20 days to sort that out, but we believe that's all going to go ahead, subject to the weather calming down. That's all. Questions? Thank you.
Questions, councillors?
Yeah.
Just one, Graham. You said that the readings are going from 7 to 5.5, 4 is acceptable. How long does it take for the results to come back once we take a water sample?
In the field, we have a device where we take a physical sample and it's instantaneous. We take the sample, put it in a machine, and the machine measures the clarity of the water, and the results just appear on the screen, and we then collate those into our electronic record results. So that's the manual method. That's taken once a day in the reticulation and also at the res and the dam and all those places. We have an online turbidity monitor that we have at the Glenmore Dam, and it tends to have a little bit more variability in it, but it really doesn't give you the accurate picture of what you get at the res, because the res some evens that process.
Right, so these results don't have to go away to get it back.
Correct.
Through the chair, so the results are instantaneous, and we keep monitoring through our telemetry system, which is the online systems, and we can pull out information at any point in time, whereas we also do a manual check. I think we do one around the dam, one in the reservoir, and 3 different points in the reticulation network. And those results are manual, and then we do it daily, so we would know if there's any changes on a daily basis.
Very good, thank you. No other questions? Got a mover, Councillor McPhee, second Councillor Ryan, all in favour? Against, carried. Over to page 19, strategic and capital works update. Right, are we? Yep.
Thank you, Chair. So I will point you to the budget for this financial year. So we are coming to June, towards the end of the financial year. And as you can see, we have actually, been tracking really well. We are 101%, target for this year's project for the capital works program. And if you've seen the attachments, most of our capital works are on track or complete or running close to getting completion. So we are, I think, above the 90% target, very well above the 90% target for this financial year, and tracking very well. Just wanted to highlight from last week, we actually, our CBD revitalization project actually went as one of the finalist nominations for the local government professional awards. There were 25 categories across the board, and our category was the projects over 1.5 million and a population under 30,000. So there were 8 nominations, and we were the runner-up, and our project was highly commended. So kudos to the team and to the people who attended the award ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Director. Yes, it was an honour to go down there with Greg and a couple of council staff and Darren on Thursday night. And it was certainly very pleasing to get that highly commended. And again, yeah, welcome to the staff and those concerned. I mean, we had some tough competition, and yeah, it was great to come home with the second place. So thank you all for that. It's great. Okay, any questions for Rob? we're flying through. Mover, move councillor Ryan, second councillor McPhee, all in favour? Against? Carried. We go over to page 35. Yep. MR 358 Willow Tree Road upgrade. Right, that's you again.
Chair, so. Again, this is one of the major projects that we are actually really tracking very well. Both the transport and public works working alongside council, and the contractors to deliver this project, that we're all aware of. So just the update from the last month, there was around 277 millimeters of rainfall just the last month, which actually resulted in 8 days or close enough to 2 weeks, of wet weather delays. We obviously would be, completing around October, November at this point in time, subject to weather. Going into the individual sections, we've given the updates in the report on what's happening there. So section 1 is, the subgrade is 70% complete, and section 4, I think, will be the first one to be completed. Section 2 and 3 are the major sections where the works are, 50 to 60% complete. And you can see the breakdown of the activities, in the table 2 below. Now, the one difference from the last time is in the key milestones. The previous month's report would say that council would have to chip in $3 million towards the end of the project when we come to the completion, but we've negotiated with the state and federal funding authorities. Now there won't be any cash flow issues. This will be the reverse funding model. So we will not be more than 0.9 million of and towards the end of the project. Happy to take any other questions. Thank you.
Well done. Any questions, councillors? Right, yeah, the problem is that the council wish to go out there without causing the disruption for another law. Without, no need to get out of the car, just do a run through if councillors are interested.
Yeah, we can definitely organise that. Now we have been putting some updates over the social media and, in our website, so that any public can view that information, see what's happening there.
Yeah.
But if councillors want to go for a tour, we can organise one.
Without holding
Sure.
the job up.
Yeah.
Well, that's very great work there to bring that down 0.93. No questions? Mover, councillor Ryan, second councillor McPhee, all in favour? Against? Carried. Over to page 45. Local road initial seal project. Chris.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So Barrington Tops Forest Road and Hunter Road, since I've written this report, the seal has been completed on both of them to the extent that we're going to seal. So Barrington Forest Road has been sealed up to 6.6 kilometres, and Hunter Road we actually sealed 4.2 kilometres, about 200 metres out than what we had to do. So that was a good outcome. The guardrail is still a little bit, about 2 days to be done on Barrington Road and Forest Road, but on Hunter Road the guardrail is already completed. And the other work to be done is there's still some signage to be completed. The boys have got about half of Barrington Forest Road done, so they need to finish that off and then go on a couple of days on Hunter Road. So by the time we sit here next time, that will all be done, and all be completed. We have issued our closeout reports to Transport for New South Wales for Barrington Road Stage 1 and Stage 2 and Hunter Road. And we've submitted our, in the report, I talk about a mechanism to transfer funds from an underspent project to overspent. So that transfer has since I read this report, the transfer has been approved. So the money that we underspent on Stage 2 will fund the overspend on Stage 1 and on Hunter Road. So the outcome of that is the council will not need to contribute $1 more than was allocated at the start of the project.
Good news, Chris. Good news, and again, thank you to the staff. And just a quick question, the Meridian Brook seal, did it settle down after the colder weather come, where it was a little bit, during the hot weather was lifting a bit?
Yes, it has. It's settled down quite nicely now. Whether or not it will activate again when the temperature increases, above 32 degrees or something like that next summer, time will tell. But yeah, we've kept our eye on it, and we did put a scatter seal of stone right near the intersection there, and that rolled in well and seemed to have, we didn't have any more issues after that during the summer. And it's the good news is that we've been hauling the road gravel over that to go up Barrington Forest Road for months, and it's still held up to that. So that's a really good outcome.
Very good. Any questions, councillors? No? Just recommendation, the council, let the committee receive the report, move councillor McVeigh, second councillor Ryan. All in favour? Against, carried. Over to page 52, councillor Sewerage. Project update, sewer update. Ryan.
Thank you through the chair. It's a new report for this committee. It's to update you on the progress of the cashless sewer system. To date, we've received the funding deed, signed and returned it, and received the payment, as I understand. And we also undertook a community briefing on 20th of May, and that's attached to the back of the report. That was received in various ways by the community, and principally it was good that the community thought it was good because they didn't have to contribute to it, and they seemed to be very keen to receive the treatment plant. The tendering for the project management services has been complete, has been undertaken, and we are looking to engage that position shortly. So we'll get on with the job. That probably the rest of the details in the report. I'll take questions.
Questions, councillor. Councillor Ryan.
Just a quick comment. I just support what Graham said in terms of the feedback from that community presentation, which was generally very positive. As you would expect, there was a small number of people who were concerned with the ongoing costs, but I think that's probably a given in those circumstances. But generally speaking, it was very well received and very enthusiastic about the project going ahead. So, yeah, I think this will be I look forward to a project that will be well received as time goes by.
Thank you, councillor Ryan. Certainly agree. I mean, we all know those tanks out there, septic systems weren't up to scratch, and probably the expense to the ratepayers probably be higher if they had to meet the criteria. So, well done again, staff. No more questions? Move up. Move councillor McVeigh, second councillor Ryan. All in favour? Against? Carried. Okay. Just about it. Just a quick question. I probably should have asked it back on the line, and Jeff's not here. The blue arc corner out here, that towards Gundy, have we got any updates on that moving forward?
Well, the chair, so the Villa corner is we understand it is in a pretty bad state, and that is also causing some road safety issues. Now, we have identified that as a part of our depot to actually do a heavy patch and to widen the road and do some vegetation clearance. And I think in on January, we have allocated around 350 grand in the next year's budget to do that. But in the interim, due to this wet weather and the potholes and other defects occurring out of that, we will be doing some regular maintenance, which will obviously be a band-aid fix until we get to that and do it long.
Thanks, Ryan. Yeah, so I said in the depot, but I don't think it can wait that long to at least make it a little safer. So, yeah, let's get on to that. Thank you. I was breaking the rules asking that question. Councillors, anyone else got any issues worrying them? No? All good. If not, we declare the meeting closed.